I'm Anil Kumar, and in this video we will learn how to write equation of a line in slope-intercept form when the information is given in a tabular form. The question is, write the equation of line from given data. So we have two sets of data here. Here's a table which represents x and y values. Let's call this as the first set, and then this is the second set of data, right? For each value of x here, we are given corresponding y value. You can pause the video, find the equation of these lines, and then check with my solution. Since we know the value of y for x equals to 0, the easiest or the best equation to write is slope-intercept form, which is of the form y equals to mx plus b, right? In this, m is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, which is the slope, right? And b is y-intercept. Let me write here. b is y-intercept. Y-intercept means value of y when x is 0. If you see the data, we are already given the y-intercept here. Do you see this? For x0, we are given y as 4, so b becomes 4 here. And the second part, the value of b is 15. So we can write here that b equals to 4, and in this case, b equals to 15. So let me write down here. So b, the y-intercept is equals to 4. And in this case, b is equals to 15. For x equals to 0, what is y? That is b in the equation, y equals to mx plus b. Now let us find the slope. M, which is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Whenever you are given data, we can find the difference between y values. So we'll do 1 minus 4. So what is 1 minus 4? In this case, 1 minus 4 will be minus 3, right? So you're going down by 3. Next is also a step of minus 3. That is minus 2 minus 1, which is minus 3. Then again, we have minus 5 minus of minus 2, which is minus 3. So each step is constant for a difference in y values, which are also constant. See, if I go from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, we are going up by 1. Do you see that? Going up by 1. So that means it is a linear relation. For a constant change in x, there is a constant change in y. Since it is a linear equation, we can write it in the form of y equals to mx plus b. So let's calculate m here. M will be equals to change in y. Let's say y2 minus y1 is change in y, right? Over change in x. So it is change in y in this case is minus 3 over 1. So what we get here is that m is minus 3. Since we know both b and m, we can write down the equation as y equals to minus 3x plus 4. Does make sense to you? Correct? So let's now look into the second example. Here, what is the change in y? 15 to 13, that is minus 2. 13 to 11, going down by 2. Again, going down by 2. So this is constant. On the other hand, x values are going up by 3, correct? 3 to 6 is plus 3. 6 to 9 is plus 3. 9 to 12 is again plus 3. And therefore, we can say that the slope m is equals to change in y over change in x, which is minus 2 over plus 3. So that becomes the slope. We know y-intercept is 15, and therefore the equation is y equals to minus 2 over 3x plus 15. Correct? So I hope this process is absolutely clear. Now it was very simple when we are given y value for x equals to 0. Now let us take an example where y-intercept cannot be read directly from the data. Here is one for you. So look at this example and try to find equation of a line which could represent the given data. Okay? So here we are given the values of x and y, and as you have noticed, for x equals to 0, what is the value of y? We are not given. How will you write equation for such a data? Well, let's first find the difference in y values, right? So going down, what is minus 1 minus of minus 3? It is equal to minus 1 plus 3, which is plus 2, correct? Then again, 1 minus minus 1. So that is y2 minus y1 we are doing, correct? And that is 1 plus 1, which is again plus 2. And then we have 3 minus 1, which is 2. And 5 minus 3 equals to 2. So what we see here is change in y is equal to plus 2. Now let's check the change in x values. Is it okay? So in x values, from 2 to minus 1, what do we get? We have to go down by minus 3. Now similarly, from minus 1 to minus 4, we again go down by minus 3. So we get a constant change in x. So change in x is minus 3. Since both the changes are constant, we could represent this as a linear relation, correct? So I like to write down the equation in the form y equals to mx plus b. Now from here, what is slope? Slope m is equals to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is 2 over minus 3, right? 2 over minus 3, which you could also write as 2 over 3 with a negative sign. So we have a part of the equation, that is, since we know m, we could write this equation as y equals to minus 2 over 3 x plus b. But we don't know what b is. How to find b? That is a big question. To find b, we can choose some point from the given data, right? So let's take a point. Let us say we take 5 and minus 10. You could take any point, right? So in our equation, we'll substitute 5 for y and minus 10 for x, right? So we get 5 for y equals to minus 2 over 3 times minus 10 plus b. I've taken a difficult value. You should choose like minus 1, okay? Right. So when you multiply, that becomes positive 20. And when you bring it to this side, it becomes 5 minus 20 over 3 is the value of b. Now taking 3 as the common denominator, it becomes 15 minus 20 over 3, which is minus 5 over 3. So b is equals to minus 5 over 3. Now we know both slope and y-intercept, and therefore what is the equation? Now we can write down the equation as y equals to slope is minus 2 over 3 x plus b, which is minus 5 over 3, correct? So that becomes your equation. Now it is a good practice to combine them and write final answer as, let me write down here now, since I have run out of space here, y equals to minus 2 over 3 x minus 5 over 3, correct? So we kind of went from here to there, but I hope you understand the steps which we have taken. So the idea is, whenever tabular form data is given to us, first step is to check if the relation is linear or not. For same change in x, we should have a constant change in y. In our case, change in y was plus 2 for a change of minus 3 in x value. Therefore, the slope was equal to 2 over 3, right? Slope was 2 over 3. Since this is the slope, right? Change in y over change in x, 2 over minus 3. Now we can use this equation, find y-intercept b, by utilizing any one of the points. I used minus 10 and 5 to get the answer. I hope that works. Thanks for watching. Feel free to post questions. All the best.